You wanted it, you got it. Now here's the deal, Kendall. Are you going to show up? I mean, we're talking about, we need you there like 6 o'clock in the morning.
I was approached after my advanced broadcast class. Our professor John came up to us and he was like, hey, we've got a big opportunity heading our way.
All right, we are now joined by Elise Jowed, who is a senior journalism and broadcast student at Gonzaga, and she's out there in the action. It looks a little chilly. It's dark outside. It's like 6 a.m. there. What's the atmosphere like out there?
Oh my God, the atmosphere is so electric, Christine.
The day before,
we got all of our equipment out, then we went over to the kennel, then we tested all the things out. I had to mess around with the gimbal.
We were like, okay, where are we setting this shot up? We're gonna get this all set up perfect. And we tested it all out.
the next day, the morning of, we went over to outside of the kennel.
It was really intense, and it also was just getting worse. So when we had all the malfunctions that were going on.
The IFB, it would not stay in my ear at all. I couldn't hear what they were saying.
I was coordinating producer, so I got to talk with fans, and then I also got to pick the fan that we talked to for Elise to interview. So then I had to hype up the fans, which was very interesting. The energy was it was honestly, for 4:30 in the morning, it was insane. I've never seen students so dedicated before. And then once we got inside, the kennel, I don't think I've ever heard it that loud, honestly.
St. Mary's, number 12 Gonzaga. Bulldogs have an 8-2 record.
This place is nuts.
It was amazing.
People were finally letting loose, and you could see all the really cool signs that everybody had, and all the crazy costumes that people came up with. You could definitely feel the passion that kids have for Gonzaga basketball.
Getting to be a part of this huge production for Gonzaga, that's kind of a dream, honestly. Not a lot of students were able to do that.
I think one thing about having an entirely student-run crew, it shows just how capable we are. I think it makes everyone in the crew so confident in our ability to actually enter this field after graduation. And it shows just that we're passionate and we can create quality work that can go on a network like ESPN and look just as good as someone who graduated 20 years ago entering the workforce. I think it's really cool to see students be successful at what they do.
I have to say, it was definitely one of the most proud moments I've ever had, was being with 2 other very strong female broadcasting students.
We have to fight a little harder to get recognized, but I think it kind of just, the payoff feels that much better when we do get recognized.
So there's not a lot of women in the broadcasting field. So to have 3 of us from broadcasting in Gonzaga to do this ESPN show was incredible and something I will definitely never forget.
There's room for women in sports. There's room for women in broadcast, and this just goes to show we're the next generation of people in broadcast and we're gonna kill it. That's all I have to say.